Many of the EU's achievements and regulations can only be understood by looking at their long history. Germany is taking the councils and other events during the German EU Council Presidency as an opportunity to take a look back at the emergence of different policy areas in the European Union. At the same time, they ask, how can the EU develop further in this area? How did the euro come about, and what are the member states doing to strengthen their fiscal stability? The questions are answered in their series Looking Back, Looking Ahead, on the occasion of the informal meeting of EU finance ministers that happened on September 11th and 12th in Berlin. It has become normal for Europeans to pay with the same currency in a large number of European countries now. But the colorful notes and the coins in their wallets are more than just money. The euro is a milestone in European integration that has contributed to the European Union's financial stability and high level of prosperity. Before the euro, what did we have then? A common market with different currencies. Many Europeans can still remember that on a short excursion, for example, from Colmar across the border to Freiburg, they had to stop at the exchange office. The exchange of francs for Deutschmarks was not only a nuisance for families who wanted to see the sights in the neighboring country, it also meant additional costs for consumers and companies and less transparency in cross-border transactions. The cost of this type of business did not become apparent long after the European Coal and Steel Community was founded in 1951. In the post-war period, when industry was booming and the financial markets stabilized, 6 European nations, Germany, France, Italy, the Netherlands, Belgium and Luxembourg, decided to jointly manage their coal and steel production. The European Economic Community, the EEC, emerged from this project in 1957. This created Europe's first common market in which the flow of goods and services between the participating countries had to overcome fewer obstacles. A common system of price guarantees has also been introduced to promote agricultural production, the Common Agricultural Policy, the CAP. But the favorable conditions under which these projects had become possible did not last. Turbulence in the markets shook the price guarantees that were so important for the CAP. And at the same time, the numerous international conflicts of the 1970s made all attempts to keep exchange rates between the European neighbors really difficult. This had an adverse effect on trade within the EEC. Integration of currency markets for more European stability was one solution. The European heads of state and government saw the solution to this problem in the integration of the currency markets. In 1979, they created the European Monetary System, the EMS, in which the monetary sovereignty, or as you say in the UK, sovereignty, of the member states was bundled with the aim of greater exchange rate stability. The central banks of the member states agreed to adjust their exchange rates on the basis of a weighted average value of all currencies. This gave rise to the European Currency Unit, the ECU. The ECU, a cashless electronic means of payment, has proven to be a successful means of minimizing exchange rates and the related costs, and prevented increases for the member states. It quickly became the unit of currency in which the market value of goods, services and assets in Europe could be calculated by default. A private market for the ECU soon emerged. Investors used it for their financial transactions as they were better able to make foreign investments in the EU without exchanging for the various European currencies. The success of the project led to concrete plans for a comprehensive European Monetary Union, the EMU. Under the leadership of the then Commission President Jacques Delors, the European heads of state and government agreed in 1988 on a roadmap for monetary integration in the course of the 1990s. The decade would begin with complete free movement of capital between member states and end with the introduction of the common currency, the euro, in 1999. This plan was reflected in the new Treaty on European Union in Maastricht in December 1991. On January 1st, 2002, 12 EU member states ushered in the new year at ATMs. After a transition period in which the euro could only be used for cashless transactions, Europeans now receive the new euro banknotes and coins from their house bank. In the 2 decades since its inception, the euro has faced numerous challenges. The financial crisis of 2008 had a massive impact on the common currency area. However, the member states took on the reform of the financial systems and efforts to return sound public finances in solidarity and together. Their response to the crisis was not less but more financial integration. And this is how the European Banking Union was created. The aim was to improve the supervision of banks, to break the links between banks and public finances, to be able to protect consumer deposits more effectively, and to be able to wind up banks in an orderly manner, if necessary, without the use of tax money. In addition, a capital markets union was created in order to put financing possibility within Europe on a broader basis and to reduce the dependence of small and medium-sized enterprises, in particular on bank financing. During its EU Council Presidency, Germany is working together with its European partners to deepen and further integrate these systems. A further step towards financial integration in Europe was the introduction of the single euro payments area, this SEPA, which was used in 2014 to harmonize payments transactions between most European countries, including all member states of the EU. Since then, euro payments can be made across the EU using standardized payment methods such as bank transfers and direct debits. This means that payments within Germany and within Europe are processed according to the same rules. In recent times, the rise of digital markets in particular has posed a challenge to the euro. This is why Germany and its European partners are working on the development of new instruments that will help the EU to use the advantages of digitization safely. The German EU Council Presidency is endeavoring to make Europe a modern, secure and innovative community, including for new types of financial services, which guarantees monetary sovereignty and increases the cybersecurity and resilience of the European financial market. And if you want to see more videos on European or global politics, this is the button to subscribe to my channel. If you do, you'll be notified if I publish another one. If you want to see one of those right now, YouTube has chosen another of my videos right here for you on the end screen. I'll see you in my next video. Click and enjoy. Viel Spaß!